Hi guys, hope everyone is well. Answering a question today of how can energy healing change the psyche? When we're talking about the psyche, we're talking about emotional states, repetitive patterns, addictive behaviors. Um, yeah. So, in order to explain this, I will have to briefly talk about what drives human behavior. And for the sake of this video, I'll oversimplify everything just to make it short. But I just wanted to say I have full compassion for everybody dealing with this. And I understand the complexity of it. So human behavior is unconscious. What is unconscious? We have conscious and unconscious mind. So your conscious mind is your rational mind. When you're taking a decision for something, when you taking a rational decision to do something today, that's your conscious mind. And your unconscious mind is everything that you've been conditioned with. So your body still functions while you're asleep, your organs still function while you're asleep. This is your unconscious mind driving your body alive. So from the day you were born, you've had experiences, and depending on what part of the world you were born, what kind of family you had, where you went to school, what is your religion, all this creates a different type of conditioning with different types of beliefs and values. So this is your unconscious mind creating a blueprint of your beliefs and your values. Also, your unconscious mind stores emotional information. As you're going through experiences, you experience different emotions. So your unconscious mind works like I would say, a computer with storing different files and compounding those files with the same type of information throughout your lifetime. So sometimes if today you get angry while you're driving, and sometimes people get excessively angry while they're driving, they're most likely not getting angry about the drive. They most likely experience all the anger that they've compounded over their lifetime. So very briefly, this is your unconscious mind. And because of all the information that you've adopted, now this determines your behavior, which is unconscious. I know I said from the day you were born, however, energetically, we store that type of information, or we have that kind of conditioning also from still being an embryo in our mother's womb, or genetically from past generations, because energetically we can pass this on, or evolutionary from the human beings before us. We still receive the information and have certain behaviors to this day. And just a side note and a quick example I will give. I think they did a research or an experiment with, I think it was a monkey, with a specific species of monkey, where they took some of them from their natural environment and placed them in a different environment, different part of the world. And the ones that were moved had to adapt to the new environment, so they adopted new behaviors. And at the same time, they were observing the ones that stayed in their natural environment adopted the exact same behavior. So information is being passed on genetically or evolutionary, energetically. If this is the very simple way to explain what drives human behavior, then we know that human behavior and states are emotional states are stored in the psyche or in the unconscious mind. So we have different ways of working with the unconscious mind and changing certain behaviors, changing the psyche altogether. One is traditional therapy. When we go through a conversation, we use the conscious mind, the rational mind, and we get to the root cause of the unconscious problem, and then decide consciously to have different behaviors And the more we do repetitively something, we create new neural pathways, and we create new conditioning and new beliefs about ourselves and about the world in general. So this is how traditional therapy works with the psyche. Then what I use is hypnotherapy and energy healing. So through hypnotherapy, the practitioner uses specific suggestions and speaks directly to the unconscious mind. So we surpass, obviously, to begin with, we have conversations to find out what the problem is and what needs to be changed. So there is the conscious understanding between the client and the therapist, what is going to happen. But during the hypnotherapy session, the practitioner speaks directly to the unconscious mind, uses suggestions, and changes the conditioning, which changes the behavior eventually. Then we have energy healing. And when we're talking about vibrational therapy, there are many modalities out there. Obviously, I don't know everything about all of them because I don't use them. But we have access bars, we have sound therapy, we have breath work, and Reiki and energy healing. So I use a combination between energy healing and Reiki. So the difference, if somebody is asking what the difference is, Reiki uses symbols, energy healing doesn't use symbols. So I use a combination of both depending on what's required from me. And through this, when I was explaining about the files compounded and stored within our energy and within our body, the energy healer would work directly with those with that information that is stored on an energetic level. So again, it works directly with your unconscious. With this, unless there is a conversation between the therapist and the client, obviously not always is creating conscious connection between what's changed, but what people mostly find is like something clicked and all of a sudden they have different types of behaviors. And sometimes through self-reflection people understand why they're having different behaviors now, but overall they just see a positive change in themselves and in their life. I personally like to have conversations with my clients as well, so we can make some sort of conscious connection about these things. However, it's not necessary for the change to happen. So I hope this explained very briefly how energy healing can change the psyche, and I hope you're all keeping well. Enjoy the rest of your day.